Welcome back to the Las Vegas Raiders franchise, guys. Here on Madden 20, we are in our bye week, and our Raiders are coming off a W against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Raiders are off to a great start this year. They won their first 3 games pretty convincingly. Then they went down to New Orleans and got throttled by the Saints. Came back, won a close one against the Chargers, got beat up by the Patriots and the Dolphins, and we're back to our winning ways after beating the Bucs. Taking a look at our season stats, Derek Carr is our quarterback. He's leading the way so far with 1,906 yards passing, 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He's completing 65% of his balls, 238 yards a game with a QBR of 97.1. DC's having a solid year, especially after what happened last year. Do I still think he could be the leader of this team? It's still up in the air. He's been sacked 28 times. I would love to see him get out of the pocket more, avoid the sacks, or get rid of the ball quicker. On the ground, Jalen Richard is our leading rusher, 110 carries for 406 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's done a great job covering for Josh Jacobs, who's been hurt this year. He's got 60 carries for 357 and 2 scores. I need JJ to be healthy. I need him to be back healthy this week against the Broncos. I want to see him carry the ball at least 20 to 25 times a game, and I need him on the field. He's got to stop getting injured. He's getting these injuries the past couple seasons where he's missed like 4, 5, 6 games. We need you on the field, JJ. Let's get it, man. Carr's done a great job running the ball, man. Surprisingly, he's got 3 rushing touchdowns. He actually leads the team in rushing. And surprise player is Larry Rose III, the second year back from New Mexico State. This kid is really balling, man. When he touches the ball, there's no telling what he'll do with it. Out wide, Darren Waller leads the team in catches and yards with 39 grabs for 579. He has 2 touchdowns on the season. Big shout out to Hunter Renfrow, having a great season so far. 32 catches for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's hurt for the next couple weeks, so we're going to be looking for Robert Foster to step up in the slot. Chris Blythe, our rookie from Notre Dame, he's having a great season. 28 catches for 266 and 2 touchdowns. And shout out to our guy Tyrell Williams, man. 21 grabs for 429 and 5 scores. I would love to see him get the ball more. He's supposed to be our #1 receiver, so I'd love to see him get more touches. Like I said before, Robert Foster is going to have to step up in replacement of Hunter Renfrow for the next few weeks. He's got 6 catches for 83 yards and 1 score. It looks like he's over the drops that he had during preseason. Now, like I said before, Derek Carr has been sacked 28 times so far this year. We have got to shore up this offensive line, and it starts at left tackle. Colton Miller has given up 7 sacks already this year. He's played in 8 games, giving up 7 sacks. Trent Brown, we're giving him a lot of money, and he's given up 6 sacks. Hudson's given up 3 sacks. And then our guards are playing the best so far. They've given up a sack apiece. Our defense has done a solid job this year, man, led by Carl Joseph. He leads the team in tackles with 61, followed by our new pickup, A.J. Boye. He's got 59 tackles. Most of them came when he was playing at Jacksonville. He's gotten a few here in Las Vegas, especially in his first game. Shout out to LaMarcus Jr. He's 3rd on the team with 43 tackles. Garyon Conley has 41 tackles. And then Jonathan Abram having a breakout year again. 41 tackles on the season. And then our rookie middle linebacker, Terrell Conley, has 37 tackles. Now, I am concerned because the group that's leading our tackles are all from our secondary. Our defensive line has been non-existent this year, and I'll show you guys here in a second. But we've got to get after the ball more with our linebackers, our defensive line. We cannot just rely solely on our secondary to make tackles. Now, as I was saying before, our defensive line has been non-existent. Tahir Whitehead leads the team with 2 sacks. Carl Joseph has a sack. LaMarcus Joyner has a sack. Terrell Conley has a sack. Then finally, the defensive line. Maurice Hurst has a sack. Marquell Lee has a sack. Crosby has a sack. And Jonathan Hankins has a sack. The player that you don't see up here, Cleveland Farrell. Where are you at, man? We've given you all this money. You were a top 10 pick 2 seasons ago, and he hasn't had a sack yet. Now, in the turnover department, we're putting up some numbers, man. Shout out to Darryl Worley. He leads the team with 3 interceptions. LaMarcus Joyner is second with 2. Terrell Conley, our rookie middle linebacker, has 2 interceptions. A.J. Boye has 2. Garyon has 2. Jonathan Abram has 2. And so does Trayvon Mullen. And Carl Joseph and Eric Harris have 1 apiece. Our secondary is doing a great job forcing turnovers, but then they're giving up huge gains and a lot of yardage on top of that. So it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of scenario. Like I said, we are forcing some turnovers. Terrell Conley has 2 forced fumbles. Carl Joseph has 2 forced fumbles. Then you have A.J. Boye and Max Crosby with 2 forced fumbles. And then on defensive touchdowns, Trayvon Mullen is a pick 6 waiting to happen, man. Both of his interceptions have been pick 6s. Carl Joseph has a fumble recovery for a touchdown. LaMarcus Joyner has a touchdown, and so does Jonathan Abram. In the kicking game, Daniel Carlson's having a better season, guys. 14 of 16 on field goals. His longest this year is 55 yards, and he's 24 of 25 on extra points. He is definitely looking for a new contract at the end of this year, and he's playing good, man. He might get it. So let's take a look at the injury report. Like I said before, Hunter Renfrow is down for the next 3 weeks with an abdominal tear. We're going to look for Robert Foster to step up, play that slot position. He's fast. My only concern is he going to be able to run the routes and catch the ball like Hunter does. Look for Robert to get more touches. But Josh Jacobs is back this week, and I want to get him back going. I'll probably start him off 18 to 20 carries this week. Just to get his legs back underneath him. He's been sitting for a minute, but I want to get him back going because he is like the lifeblood of our offense. So because it is our bye week, we get a chance to finally look at the incoming players for next season. And in this draft class, you'll recognize some names. If you follow the Grambling State Dynasty, you'll know these players. I decided to go ahead and integrate them into the Raiders franchise because there have been a lot of big names that have come through GSU, and it just would be unfair for them just to kind of fall off and not, further their journeys. You know what I mean? So let's start things off right here at wide receiver. This is Chad Terrell, C. Tizzle. He's 6'4", 217 pounds. He is a first-round draft pick. Now, I did do this based off of what NCAA football said these players went. I didn't just give them like a random number. If they were first-round picks, I made them first-round picks. If they were seventh-round picks, I made them seventh-round picks. All right, so let's dig a little bit deeper, man. Phil Austin is here. He's a third-round pick. He's 6'3", 215, A throw power, B throw mid, B plus throw deep. At running back, the only 4-time Heisman Trophy winner. This is Charlie Brooks. He's got A- juke, A- ball carry vision, A- break tackle, and of course, he's a first-round pick, 5'11", 221. Now, if you remember, Charlie had a buddy that came in with him. This is Will Higgins, another running back. He's elusive. He's a 7th-round back, B plus elusiveness, B plus carry, and B plus spin move. Like I said before, we got Chad Terrell, C. Tizzle, 6'4", 217. First-round pick, A- catching, A- release, B plus deep route running. Another wideout from Grambling State. This is Demetrius Gunn. Second-round talent, 6'3", 213. B deep route, B release, B- catching. We had to go all the way back for this one. Darrell Clark, DJ Clark. He's a third-round wide receiver with 4th-round talent, B plus deep route running, B plus medium route, and B catching. And then you come down to the 7th round, a steal. Sean Edwards, 6'4", 202, A spec catch, A- deep route running, and B- catching. Then we go to tight end. You got Rob Bradford, 6'8", 255. If you remember, Bradford was a baller for us in the first couple seasons. He was on campus, man. B plus catching, B plus catching traffic, and B spec catch. So we head to the defensive side of the ball. Richard Maynard, a defensive end who set all kind of sack records for the Grambling State Tigers. He is a first-round talent with B plus finesse move, B plus pursuit, B plus tackle, 6'3", 245. At D tackle, we've got Marvin Goff, 6'5", 260, a 7th-round pick. He's got B block shedding, B pursuit, B tackling. At outside linebacker, probably the best player to ever play at Grambling State University, Josh Carey. This kid is something special, man. He's 6'1", 220, 8 tackle, A hit power, A- zone coverage. Now, Josh can play free safety or left outside linebacker. It all just depends on what the team wants to do. He's going to be a stud once he gets drafted. In the secondary, we've got a pair of corners here that kind of solidified the best secondary in the country, man. They started it out. First up is John Nichols, second-round pick. He's got B zone coverage, B- man coverage, B- play rec. Then you have his partner in crime, Ron Bennett, B+ man coverage, B+ press, C+ zone coverage. And the last person from Grambling State in this draft class is Chris Forwarda, the strong safety. He's a 6th-round pick with B zone coverage, B pursuit, and C+ tackling. Now listen, I would love to draft all my Grambling State guys, but it's going to be so tough. After trading for A.J. Boye, we're left with a 3rd-round pick, 2 4th-round picks, 2 5th-round picks, 4 6th-round picks, and then 2 7th-round picks. So is there a possibility for us to get a couple of these GSU Tigers on the squad? Yes. Am I going to go crazy trying to get them? No. I would love to see him play for everybody else. It'd be fun to play up against Josh Carey, Maynard as well. But, you know, I'm going to give it a try to see if I can land some of these guys. They all fit our scheme, which is crazy. But I'm excited for these guys to be in the game. Moving forward, you'll see more Grambling State Tigers in the game, especially in the next draft. We're going to try to keep it updated as much as possible as soon as we get done with this season. So we do have some players that are ready to negotiate for next year. We got Brett Hundley, right outside linebacker Marquel Lee. Robert Foster is looking for new money. So is Tahir Whitehead. Wide receiver Khalif Raymond, he's looking for money. He's our returner. Backup running back Larry Rose. He's a 3rd-string running back. He's looking for $10 million for 4 years. Jalen Ware at left tackle. Joey Hunt at center. Then we have Carlson. He's coming back around. And then Derek Carrier is looking for a new contract as well. Honestly, I don't see one guy that's going to get re-signed. Marquel Lee is looking for way too much money to be a 75 overall. And Tahir Whitehead at 30 years old, we might be able to find his replacement either in the draft or in free agency. So this week we're taking on the Broncos. They lead the AFC West right now by a half a game. So if we're able to get this win, man, we'll move back into first place. The Broncos are led by Teddy Bridgewater. He's thrown for 1,768 yards, 12 touchdowns, 4 INTs. He's got a quarterback rating of 101. Completed 66% of his balls, man. On the ground, Royce Freeman leads the team in rushing with 140 carries for 551 yards and 3 touchdowns. Then his backup is Khalifani Muhammad, the 3rd-year back from Cal, 56 carries for 143 yards and a touchdown. But look at Teddy, though. Teddy's out here running the ball, 33 carries for 129 yards and 2 scores. But they're feeding the fullback, Andy Janovich. I guarantee you he's their goal line back, man. 17 carries for 6 touchdowns. He ain't going to score on us. I said it. Out wide, Cortland Sutton leads the team in catches and yards with 35 grabs for 456 yards, 6 touchdowns. Deshaun Hamilton is second, 33 grabs for 373. Jake Butt, 3rd on the team in grabs with 28 catches for 293 and 3 touchdowns. And then you have Jawan Winfrey, 21 catches for 297 and 2 scores. Solid wide receivers, man. Cortland Sutton might be a problem. Deshaun Hamilton, excuse me. I think I like our matchup though. AJ Boye, Garyon Conley, Daryl Worley against these guys. I like our matchup. On defense, it's the usual suspects for the Broncos. Josie Jewell leads the team in tackles with 69. Then Bradley Chubb leads the team in sacks with 4, followed by his linebacker mate Von Miller, 3.5 sacks. And then Derek Wolfe has 2.5 sacks on the season. Justin Simmons leads the team with 2 interceptions, followed by Bradley Chubb and Chris Harris with 1 interception apiece. So we're headed to the Mile High City to take on the Broncos, and first place is on the line. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Don't forget to ring that bell. Join the Noti Squad. And hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And we'll talk from Denver, Colorado, as the Raiders get ready to take on the Broncos. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.